Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're reviewing the upcoming Alphalete launch on March 26th. So the launch is March 26th at 12 p.m. CST. I feel like Alphalete used to do their launches at 10 a.m. but now they do them at 12 p.m, which is kind of nice because 10 a.m. was like 8 a.m. for me, and it was just kind of early. So this is a new launch. There are a couple of new pieces as well as some old pieces that are being brought back. And before anyone asks, there is no Amplify in this collection, but I did see sneak peeks on Christian's story that there will be new Amplify colors coming in the April launch. So April is right around the corner, so your Amplifies will be back soon. So we have Pulse, which is the performance collection that's back, the new Elements collection, which is like an athleisure jogger situation, some Ultrasoft, which I am wearing right now, and a couple more pieces as well. So if you are shopping the launch, you can use code Kathryn to support me. It helps your girl to continue making these videos. And like 2 days after this launch, I will be taking my board exam for dental school. So right after this, I'm gonna go study my little booty off. Anyways, let's get started with the Elements collection. So the Elements collection is a new collection. It's all made of this fabric that's almost like scuba material. It's like thick, plush, structured, and if you've ever tried the Lululemon like scuba hoodies, this is not the same material. I find the Lululemon scuba to really be more of like a regular like fleece lined sweatshirt material. This is much more stiff and it doesn't have a fleece lining. It's the same on the inside and the outside. So the material breakdown of the Elements collection, it's a 71.5% cotton, 22.5% polyester, and 6% spandex. So there is a little bit of stretch to it, but I will say like when you have it on, it doesn't feel quite as stretchy as other Alphalete like jogger lounge collections. I also will say I feel like the men's Elements collection is just a little cuter than the women's. Like they have this nice like baby blue color. They have more of those like embossed logos, which I feel like were nice. So the men's and women's definitely differ a little bit in styles and colors. So let's start it off with the first piece. This is the Women's Elements crop full zip jacket. So I accidentally got an extra small in this one, but I believe that it is just an oversized fit because this kind of fits me like a normal small. So if you get it in your normal size, it will be slightly oversized. They also have the new logo on this. They have had this logo in the past on, I believe, some of the Ultrasoft pieces, but this is like the main logo on the Elements collection. So here is the fabric up close. It's really not brushed at all, so it doesn't attract a lot of pet fur or lint. It brushes off pretty easily, but it still is pretty soft. So it's not like brush type soft, but I like that it doesn't collect a lot of lint. I'm not sure it feels like the most workout friendly since it is pretty thick, but I've been wearing this jacket to and from the gym and I do like how it feels. Anyways, this one has a hood. It is cropped and has like an elasticized waistband at the bottom, full zip. It also has 2 zip pockets on either side, and then you can also have the pocket on the inside of the pocket like that. And then there is 1 pocket on the left sleeve kind of hidden in there. So let's try this on. So here's the jacket. Keep in mind it is an extra small, but it does still fit me. I haven't tried to wear a lot of layers underneath it. It's a little snug on the bust here, so I would stick true to size unless you wanted a little more snug like this. You could size down. It has the elastic here along the bottom, as well as some elastic cuffs here, and then there's the inner hidden zipper along the sleeve that you can hide, and then 2 zip pockets along the side here. I don't like love the placement of them, but I definitely appreciate that there are zip pockets. And if you zip it all the way up, it has like a little mock neck type detailing, and I love this kind of neck because it keeps your neck a little extra warm. And yeah, here's the back. Even though it's a structured material, it's still pretty soft and cozy. It doesn't feel too stiff when it's on. Then to go with the slightly more oversized cropped jacket, there's also the Women's Elements relaxed cuffed joggers. So these joggers are a little more oversized than the other ones. They have this thick elastic waistband, an internal drawstring. I hate internal drawstrings, but you don't really have to tighten it much on this because the elastic is so like sturdy. 2 front pockets, 1 little back pocket as well. And then these have little cuffs at the bottom. The cuffs are a little hard to get over like my ankles because they're just not quite as stretchy, but let's try these on. Okay, so here are the cuffed joggers. They're super high rise. They go well above my belly button. I've seen some people even like roll them down, which looks kind of weird on me personally. So I like the high rise of these. I didn't even tighten the drawstring and they're already nice and snug. For me, there's no reason to tighten the drawstring. I think these are definitely true to size, but if you're in between, I would size up. I don't know, kind of like the bottom of these and the little cuff can get a little bit snug. They do have the internal drawstring again that I'm not really using because it's already snug enough for me. 2 front pockets, definitely have some extra fabric here, so it is a relaxed fit. There's the single little butt pocket in the back, and then these are a pretty good length for me. Usually their joggers are kind of on the long side. As always, I'll put the inseam at the end. So I did wear these out once. I wasn't sure how this part looked for me. I feel like a drawstring in the front looks kind of cute, but at least I'm not getting that little sticking out that I get when I have to tuck a drawstring in. And these do have a little bit of stretch to them, so I don't feel restricted when I move around. Next, we have the women's Elements full zip athletic jacket. So this one is a little more slim fit. This one's a small, and it is a full length. So this one also has just little slip side pockets instead of zip like the other jacket. But on the right front pocket, there's also a hidden zipper pocket inside. So for like keys, I don't think it would fit a phone, but there's still some room in there. Full length, and then also has a hood, and it has more like flat cuffs at the end than the elasticized cuffs like the last one. So let's try it on. All right, so here's the jacket. I would say this jacket in a small feels about the same as the other jacket in an extra small, and if anything, the sleeves on this one are even tighter than the extra small. So definitely size up in this one if you're trying to wear any layers underneath, because I probably couldn't even get a long sleeve underneath this jacket. Definitely a full length. It goes well over my hips, kind of scoops around the front and the back, and I still have a little bit of room in the sides here, so it's not a total snug fit in the front. This one is a full zip and also has that kind of little mock neck detailing if you zip it all the way up, and this one has drawstrings for the hood and no thumb holes. I thought maybe there'd be thumb holes, but there are none, and just these 2 front pockets, and again, a little secret inner pocket on the inside of this one. So yeah, for this one, I would say true to size if you want it to be snug, but if you want a little more space, I think sizing up would be totally fine. And here it is open. I think that this fabric definitely has some stiffness to it, but I don't think it looks too stiff when you're wearing it. Then we have the women's Elements zip jogger. So these ones are a little more snug of a fit. These ones have an external drawstring and a slightly less high-rise thick elastic. Okay, you have just 2 front slip pockets here. They're not the most spacious. And then they don't have cuffs at the bottom. Instead, they have just like a tapered leg. And then it has the zip opening at the bottom. I guess if these are like a little snug to get on. I actually haven't tried these on yet. That would help me get them on. So let's try them on. Okay, so it's my first time trying on these joggers, and they were not kidding when they said that these were less of a relaxed fit than the other ones. I'm really struggling to get these ones on. Definitely had to undo this zipper, but they're so tight on my calves. I mean, this is kind of a me problem. I have really large calves, but they're like super snug all the way down my legs, and I just feel like I still have some room below the crotch, and I wasn't able to quite get them up where they need to be. So these are a small, but I think I would have preferred a medium in these, so I would definitely consider a size up, especially if you have a little thicker legs and calves. So besides that, they're like ankle length on me. You have little pockets here, no back pockets, definitely a more snug fit and more of a mid-rise as compared to the cuffed joggers, which were much more high-rise. And I like that the drawstring on these ones is outside, so you can definitely use that. And I don't know, I like a little drawstring. I just don't know how much I'm gonna wear these personally because they're a little snug on me. So my sizing recommendation would be to size up. Then we have an interesting one. This is the Elements half sleeve cropped hoodie, a short sleeve crop top with a hood. I'm just not sure it really needs a hood, or I don't know. I don't really know if I'm here for like the short sleeve hood together vibe, but if it's your vibe, it's here. This material is also really boxy and structured. So these boxy crops are definitely super boxy. So here you have that kind of crossover hood. I love these crossover hoods. And then it has the raised embossed Alphalete logo, and I prefer this to the new silicone A logo. Although it's like way more space, I feel like it's more subtle because it's in the same material, and I just like their signature like cursive logo. So let's try this on. All right, so here is the short sleeve hoodie. It's just not my thing. I just feel super weird having a hood and no sleeves. So I just wish that this was maybe like a hoodie instead, or I guess it is a hoodie, but you know what I mean, a hoodie sweatshirt full length instead. Very similar in sizing and shape to the regular crop with no hood. This is a small, and I would say you can size down 1 to 2 sizes if you don't want it quite oversized, but it is meant to be oversized. And when your arms are down, you don't get quite so much of the boxiness. And these crops are longer than some of their old crops. I feel like some of the crops they have go right below the bust, and as soon as you raise your arms, you can see everything. I am wearing a regular bra right now, raising my arms, and you can't see it. So that's definitely a positive for me because I like to be able to wear these things out of the house and not flash everyone as soon as I raise my arms. So you have a little step detail down the side. Here's the hood. The wrap detail keeps your neck nice and warm. Again, this would be great as just like a regular hoodie, and the kind of raised logo detailing. Then we have the short sleeve crop. So similar to the hoodie one, except there is no hood. So same material, very boxy. This is a size small, so they're all going to be very large and oversized. All right, here's the top. This is a size small and super boxy. So definitely you can size down if you don't want it to be quite this oversized. I think it looks okay when I just have like my arms down, but as soon as you raise your arms, it's like SpongeBob SquarePants, you know, full on box. So this isn't like a flowy style crop. I really like this signature logo here. I wish they had a women's like sweatshirt and non-zip that had this, because I thought they were, but it was really just the like half sleeve hoodie one, which I don't really love. The material's still soft and cozy. I definitely could see myself wearing this around the house, but it's just a super boxy fit. So consider a size down. It has a little like stepped hem detail to kind of match the hem detail of the shorts. In the back is very plain, and keep in mind if you size down and you're worried about it, it still does have stretch to it. So I really doubt it's gonna be too small considering how big it looks. And lastly, the ELMNTs relaxed shorts. So just some little lounge shorts, a similar waistband to the zip joggers. It's not quite as thick as the cuffed joggers. And this one, you have two little hidden zippered pockets in the front. So they're pretty spacious, and they're also zippered, which I love a zippered pocket, and I like how much they hide. Like you can't really even tell it's there. The A logo, and they're pretty plain in the back. And these are a 3.5 inch inseam. May or may not be long enough for me. All right, here are the lounge shorts. This is a size small, and they're not super relaxed in this size small. They definitely fit more similar to the zip up joggers than the relaxed cuff joggers. So still a high rise. They go just about to my belly button. There's no drawstring internal or external on these, but for me the small works. So I would say size up for a more relaxed fit, but you do risk having the waistband not be super snug on you, and then there's no drawstring. So kind of size up at your own risk. They have the zip pockets, which I think is super nice. The pockets are gonna kind of like flare out if you don't keep them zipped though. Then there's this little overlapped detail at the side, and I think the length on these is pretty good. I'm definitely not gonna flash my butt or anything. So yeah, I think these are nice little lounge shorts. Definitely not super relaxed though. Next we have the Infinity collection. So first of all, there's the Infinity tech jackets. So I reviewed those in the past. They're kind of just like large windbreakers, so I'm not really gonna touch on that. But they have new Infinity stride shorts. So here they are. They're kind of a looser style short. They had the active shorts in the past, which were pretty short. I still liked them, but I didn't love the lining inside because it was like a little mesh lining, and it didn't really like protect you if you were gonna lift a leg up. Like I just didn't feel like totally secured. But these ones do have an inner short lining. The only bummer about the inner short lining on these is that it's black on every color. So I feel like for the like pink and black like kind of goes together. So I felt like that wasn't a big deal. But I got the white ones, and you can definitely see through the white, the black shorts. So it makes it look like almost gray. I just wish that they matched the inner short color to the outer color, because I just feel like for the white, it's not really working for me. So it's made of a kind of windbreakery material similar to the Xfinity tech jackets. Infinity tech jackets? It says XP tech jacket. I don't know what it's called. I feel like they've changed the name on that. That's totally probably not true, but so they've listed this as a 3-inch inseam, but I will measure the inner and outer inseam myself. And here's the inner short. It just feels like a performance material, super stretchy lining. The drawstring is on the inside of these, which again I don't love, but at least with these the waistband was pretty snug on me already, so I didn't really feel the need to tighten the drawstring a whole lot. And it does have one zip pocket on the right side, which was actually pretty spacious. You can definitely fit a phone in here, so I love having a zip pocket on a short like this because I like to wear them when I go on walks, and I like to bring my keys with me, so I like to have a secure pocket. And then here's the logo in the back. All right, here are the new stride shorts. So this is a size small, mid to high rise. They go right to my belly button, and these are definitely longer than the old active shorts. Those ones had like a 1.75 inch inseam or something. These are like twice the length. So you have this little reflective layer here. All of them have the black short lining. First of all, the shorts do not cut into my thighs at all. So I like that. It's super stretchy. Zip side pocket here, which is very spacious actually. The waistband has a drawstring on the inside, but this is how it looks not tied at all. And I'm not gaping or anything, so I honestly don't even use the drawstring. And they are kind of like that, like loudish windbreakery material, so keep that in mind if you don't like that. And I wouldn't say they're like the flowiest of this style of short. They definitely are like pretty snug to my body, but personally I wouldn't size up because I feel like the waist would be too big, so I'm okay with this. I would prefer maybe like a little bit more flow, but since this material is so stiff, I feel like it would just kind of like balloon out. And I have worn these on a couple walks. Just wanted to show that I really feel like they stay put pretty well, like that's without adjusting it. So I feel like they are still thick thigh friendly. And you have the little logo back there. So I actually like these a little bit more than the old active shorts just because they do have a little bit of extra length, but I wish the inner lining was matched to the color of the short. So we also have the Infinity Velocity tees, and I believe these launched in the Black Friday launch with like camo prints, and I just wasn't a huge fan of them. So they have these mesh backs, which are really nice and breathable and stretchy, so I like that. And then they have the A logo in the front, which I believe is new. This is the cropped version. It has a little scooped hem around the side. And I just didn't love how the sleeves kind of like stuck out for me. They're definitely meant to be a cap sleeve, but I just didn't feel like it was the most flattering on me personally. And the sleeve is also a raw cut edge, but the bottom is a sewn edge. So this is the crop. All right, so here's the Velocity tee. And like I said, I feel like I'm wearing like football, like shoulder pads with these. And I guess it could be cute. I'm not really feeling it. I also am just getting a lot of snugness along the bust here, and then it kind of ripples up here. So for me, I feel like it's not fitting perfectly because it's a little loose down here too. So I think I maybe need a medium. So I would consider a size up in this top, especially if you have a larger bust, because I feel like that's where things are going wrong here. I'm just kind of stretching it out right there and it's looking a little funny. Has this scoop detail here. It's not this stretchy. Actually, it has a good amount of stretch to it. I didn't think it was gonna be that stretchy, but it's actually pretty stretchy. And again, this is a raw edge hem, so I feel like it has the potential to roll with time, as often these little hems do. And the back is a full mesh, so very breathable. In terms of the cropped length, I feel like it's actually a pretty long crop. It's going almost all the way to my legging waistband. If these were a true high rise, we'd probably be covering all the skin, and it stays put pretty well. It's not like a super boxy crop. So yeah, you can stick with your normal size, but if you want to avoid this kind of like tugging and you have a larger bust, I would size up. Then we have the full length one, which is the same thing except full length. So it still has that little raw cut sleeve here, and the back is a full mesh. All right, so here's the longer version. I'm definitely still getting a little snugness along the bust, but I feel like the full length is even more of a relaxed fit. I kind of don't feel like I need to size up in the full length one. It's going well beyond my legging waistband, so you're not gonna show any skin even when raising your arms. Just kind of scoops up along the side, and again, the back is a full super stretchy mesh. I feel like I saw another Alphalete girl wearing it and it was cute. Maybe it's just not working for me. So the Pulse collection is back. This launched, I want to say like early fall last year. Definitely had some fall colors at least. Maybe it was summer. But this is Alphalete's only true performance material. So it's a sleek performance. Here's the fabric up close. It's a 78% nylon, 22% elastane. And I definitely have some mixed feelings on the Pulse collection. I actually love the Pulse bras. I think that they're the best bras that Alphalete makes. Sometimes with Alphalete bras, I just feel like I really don't get the support that my chest needs. But that is not true with the Pulse collection. The Pulse bras are super supportive and really functional, but for the leggings, I feel like they are most flattering on like average to shorter heights. I am tall, I am 5'9", and I have a long torso, and I really struggle with the rise of these, so let's get into it. First, let's talk about the bras. I also love the colors of this collection. So first is the Pulse Surge Bra. So this is a high neck bra with this little cutout at the bottom. I did wear this to the gym and I had some boob sweat escape out of the hole, so beware of that. You guys often ask me how sweat-proof things are, and even if I do get a good workout in something, I really just don't like show a lot of sweat. First of all, I don't do cardio at the gym, so I'm not really sweating there. And second of all, the place I show sweat the most is boob sweat, and I don't often see it. So I feel like sweat showing on leggings is really personal, and it's just hard for me to touch on because I really don't show it that much. Anyways, I wear a size small, and this one is definitely the most true to size. Stick with your normal sports bra size and a little racer back. All right, so here's the Surge bra. It has the little cutout detailing down here. For me, as I work out, it kind of like settles underneath the girls and you can't really see it. But if you have a slightly smaller chest, usually it's a little more noticeable. They have the removable cut pads with the seam in the middle. You definitely get a little scooping away from the armpits, so some possibility for side boob, but definitely not enough to spill out of it. I feel very secure in this bra. And like I said, all of the Pulse bras are really supportive. Like I would give this one a medium to high support. I would give it medium to full coverage. And this one just has a little elastic all the way along the bottom. These are not long line bras. And sometimes I just don't want a long line bra. I like when the bra is just nice and secure right underneath the band. It kind of looks like a high neck, but it's really not close to your neck at all. And then it's very plain, just as a racer back in the back. And I find this one pretty comfortable. I did not really get any cutting into my traps. There's definitely the possibility because it is a racer back bra, but compared to the Balance bra, which we're gonna try next, I feel like this one cuts in a little less for me. Then the Pulse Balance bra. Another cute color. This is the luxury green. So this bra I would say is still supportive, but definitely the least coverage out of the three. And this one runs the smallest. So as the Surge bra was very true to size, this one I would consider a size up. I'm wearing my normal size small here, but it's a little tight on my traps. And I definitely feel like I get squished out a little bit. So this one definitely could have a size up. I love the wide straps on this one. It kind of comes in and scoops along here. I'm not getting any side boobs, so definitely really good side boob coverage. Overall, I'm gonna give this one a medium coverage because it does scoop quite a bit in the front here. And I feel like I get pushed out just a little bit. And then this one is a little bit tight on my traps. It's just a racer back. So because of that, I feel like this one you could size up. Definitely runs small overall. So if you're in between, for sure size up. And if you just feel like this is gonna be too small on you, size up. So this one has the logo on the front here, but it's tonal, so it's not super noticeable. Full elastic on the bottom here, so it definitely gives a lot of support and lift. And overall support on this one, I'm gonna give medium to high as well. I feel a little less contained than the Surge bra, but I still get a good amount of support from it. And then there's the Pulse Kinetic bra. I really liked this bra last time, but I got it in a size small, and that's my normal bra size. But when I wore it to the gym, I had so much extra space, and it was like gaping in the front every time I like push my arms together. And I've seen other people wear this bra as well, and I've noticed the same thing. So I sized down to an extra small. Would definitely recommend a size down in this bra. I still had a really good amount of coverage. You have a nice full coverage square neckline here. And then in the back, it has this like little strappy detail that comes together. All of the Pulse bras have the stitching that separates the cups, so the cups stay in their assigned places. So they all have the stitches and removable cups. Okay, here's the Kinetic bra in an extra small. The extra small on this one for me feels just like a small on the other bras. So personally, I would size down. I still have really good coverage on this one. I think this one I would give a full coverage because I am covered on the sides here, and it has more coverage this way than the Balance bra did. In terms of support, same medium to high support. These are definitely really nice, like high impact bras. Square neckline here. The logo on this one is also in the front along this elastic. Then you have the cute little strappy detail in the back. So last time, this was my least favorite bra of the Pulse bras because of the sizing, but this time it might actually be my favorite now that I have a size that I figured out, and it doesn't do the gaping thing in the front. I mean, it will a little bit if you really force it, but not like before. And we have our honorary guest, Pinto, who was just in the litter box, so his paws are covered in litter. Thanks, buddy. There's also the Pulse Zip tank. So this is literally just a tank top. All of the Pulse bras do hide under it really well, but there is no support. It's literally just like one thin layer of material. So it doesn't have any sort of shelf lining or anything. So keep that in mind if you're interested in this one. It has a little zipper down the front, little mock neck, and more full coverage racer back. All right, so here's the zip tank. This is unzipped, and as you can see, the Pulse Kinetic bra completely hides under it. I've tested this with the other bras too. They all hide perfectly under it, so you can still get the bra support under it while wearing the zip up without showing anything. So when this is fully unzipped, you do see a little bit of the bra underneath it. I like to wear these almost halfway zipped, and the zipper stays put pretty well. I wouldn't say it locks in place totally, but I don't usually have a problem with it unzipping. And then you can zip it up all the way if you want the full mock neck effect. Initially, I was worried that this would have too much side boob for me, but it actually covers a good amount, but it's definitely not gonna have its own support. So you do have to wear a bra underneath it. And I would go with the same size as your sports bra. I like how this is nice and snug. It doesn't have any extra room like the jacket does. So if you're in between, you could probably even size down because I feel like if you sized up, it might just have a little bit of that like flaring effect. So there's also the Pulse jacket, which is a cropped jacket, pretty similar in structure to the Pulse zip up, but it is a full zip, still has that mock neck, and the sleeves are full length. They do have thumb holes, but it has no pockets. And I really don't understand why we're making jackets with no pockets. Some other brands have done this to me too. I really want pockets in my jackets. Okay, here's the Pulse jacket. I wish they had a full and a cropped length, but they only have the cropped length. This is a size small, and I would say it's definitely snug on the bust area, but I have a little room down here. So if you want like a fully snug, like skin tight fit, maybe size down, but I'm personally okay with this kind of like medium fit. The zipper matches the collar of the top, has a little kind of mini collar detail, and it's definitely very cropped. It's not going to show up to your sports bra, but it doesn't even cover down to my leggings for me. Like I said, these leggings aren't super high rise, so I just don't really feel like I wear cropped jackets that much. And they do have thumb holes, just a little sewn slit in the fabric, but no pockets, unfortunately. It'd be nice if this was full length and had pockets. First up, for the Pulse leggings, we have the Pulse kinetic leggings. So the Pulse kinetic leggings, these ones have no top band, so they are completely seamless at the top of the waistband, so they're not gonna cut into you. They have some stitching detailing down the back, as well as some kind of curved V glute seams. Both of the leggings have no front seam, and these ones have a longer inseam at 27.5 inches. But last time I got a size small in these leggings, and sometimes with performance leggings, I just prefer to size down because performance leggings are a little more slippery and they can slide a bit. So I really like them to be nice and compressive so they stay in place. So I did size down to an extra small in these, and I actually like how the extra small fit me. You definitely don't need to size down in these leggings. I have a small as well, and it fits. The waistband like doesn't gape or anything, but I just found that they slid down a little too much for me. These still did slide down to more of a mid-rise, but they slid down less. So I definitely prefer the extra small. So here are the leggings, and this is really where they want to sit on me, which I personally classify as a mid-rise. And even when I pull these up kind of like where I'd want them to be, I did notice definitely throughout my workout, they shifted themselves down back where they're like naturally supposed to be. So for my height and torso, these just aren't my favorite Alphalete leggings, but I've talked to quite a few of you guys in my DMs that said because you were shorter, you felt like these worked better for you because they didn't take over your entire torso. So personal preferences, I probably wouldn't recommend these for someone who is tall and wants a high rise, but if you're shorter and you want a high rise, these probably would be more high rise on you. So this is the extra small. I definitely prefer the extra small to the small in these just because they already slide down a little bit. I feel like the extra small prevents it from sliding down even more. No front seam on these. They have that same little slightly extended gusset, which I feel like definitely isn't super visible from the front. And you have a similar panel detailing down the side of the leg on these, but I feel like you have more flattering glute seams in the back. So I definitely prefer the kinetic leggings to the surge leggings. These ones are more medium to high on the booty scale. Definitely not gonna be super cellulite proof because the fabric is pretty thin. This fabric does show sweat a little bit on my sports bras, kind of in the under boob area, and these are going to be super stretchy. But yeah, I prefer the ones with no top seam, but they don't stay up quite as well as the surge leggings that have the top seam. Overall compression, even in the extra small for me, these are about medium, maybe medium to high in some places. But yeah, I think you were definitely safe to size down if you had issues with sliding down in the past. Then we have the women's Pulse surge leggings. Couple differences on this one. The biggest difference is that these do have a top band elastic. So as you can see, they are reinforced at the top. So it has that little top seam. So there is potential for these leggings to cut into you, but a lot of people with performance leggings find that this top band helps the leggings stay up a little bit. I definitely feel like that's true, but they still wanted to sit at a mid-rise for me, so it doesn't like completely solve it for me, but I don't have to size down in these ones. I wear a size small comfortably in the surge leggings. These ones also are a 25-inch inseam, so a little shorter than the other ones. I don't like the seams on the back of these quite as well. All of the Pulse collection has the silicone signature logo. All right, so here are the surge leggings. Slightly shorter 25-inch inseam. These ones have this kind of double seam that goes along the back, all the way down the side of the leg and then wraps around in the front. These are all a sleek performance material, so no lint collection or anything. And like I said, this one does have the top band, so there is possibility for it to cut into you. And even if I pull this one up a little bit with the top band, it kind of stays a little bit, but if I move around a good amount or I'm wearing it to the gym, it kind of ends up like mid belly button for me, not super high rise. And although I do find a top band to be helpful at times, I really just prefer leggings without it just because it can cut in. And I feel like I kind of play with it throughout the workout just because I feel it like being snug on me. So yeah, these ones aren't my top choice. In terms of sizing, these ones I would for sure stay true to size. If you size down, you're gonna get a lot of cutting in the waistband, so I wouldn't recommend that. These have no front seam with just a little small crotch gusset. I don't feel like it's too visible from the front. In terms of cellulite, I probably wouldn't say these cover a ton. I feel like brushed leggings tend to help with cellulite more than a sleek performance like this, so I probably would not say that these are very cellulite friendly. And the booty scale on these ones, I'm just gonna go with a medium booty scale. Definitely is not cutting into my glutes, but I just don't feel like these seams are doing a whole lot of enhancement. Compression, these are about a medium compression for me. They're also super stretchy, so they're definitely a very functional legging. Like, I know that these are not going to fall down beyond this because of the seam, so I would wear these if I was like a runner or something, which I am not. But yeah, I wish that these were just a little more high rise for me personally. And for shorts, they only brought back the Pulse Surge shorts, not the Pulse Kinetic shorts, which I'm bummed because the Pulse Kinetic shorts, first of all, no top band, which I like. Second of all, they're more of a biker short, but we only have the Surge shorts, and the Surge shorts are basically the same as the Surge leggings, so they have the reinforced top stitching, and these are only a 4-inch inseam, so they're a little short for me personally. They definitely roll, and as always, no front seam. All right, so here are the shorts. They feel like they come up higher than the leggings. I'm not sure if that's actually true. I will measure the rise. Might just be because without the weight of the leggings like weighing them down, they can just go a little bit higher, but these ones are like a true high rise for me. They do have the seam at the top, so definitely potential to cut in. No front seam. The waistband's pretty thick, so you do get some lower tummy control. And then we have a 4-inch inseam here, which definitely I have worn these in a workout, and they definitely rolled up and, you know, did this on me. Any short that's not 5 or 6 inches totally rolls on me, so I'm not surprised, but these are definitely not a roll proof short. So if you don't like a 4-inch inseam, these are not going to be the ones. And then the same seam detailing that the leggings have, so still just a medium on the booty scale and about a medium compression overall for these. So next is the Ultrasoft collection. The Ultrasoft tops from Alphalete are some of my all-time favorite tops. They're super lightweight, so I can still wear them to the gym without feeling like I'm overheating. And some of them are cute for lifestyle too. And they are all just super, super soft. Duh, that's literally the name. So first we have a new top, the Ultrasoft Camisole Crop. So I am wearing it in the wine color right now. So the material for the Ultrasoft pieces is a 64% rayon, 28% acrylic, and 8% elastane. So it's brushed inside and out, so it's all super soft. Here's an up close of the fabric, and the logo on these ones is going to be a tonal logo, and it's gonna be the A, which I don't love that the logo is like right in the middle of the top. It's not super noticeable since it is the tonal, but I prefer it like off to the side personally. So the crop does have removable cup pads, and there is a seam separating the pads in the middle, but there's no elastic or anything in it. So it's definitely not like super lifting. Like, I really couldn't do more than a light walk in this. I definitely wouldn't intentionally do any exercise in this top because it's just not enough support for me. And the straps come to a V in the back, and they are not adjustable. So this is slightly different than the old Allure tank. So this is the Ultrasoft Allure tank from before. This also was very similar. Ultrasoft has cup pads, but the straps on this one were adjustable and it had the twist back. And this one does not have a twist back, and there are no adjustable straps. All right, so here's the tank. I definitely wish these straps were adjustable because it just sits like a little low for me, and like definitely a light support. Like, I'm not doing any activity in this. You can kind of move around the cup pads a little bit to sit where you need them best. And I feel like the cup pads are a good size. Like, they're pretty large. No elastics in here, just a little seam at the end. So very comfy. I could definitely lounge at home in this, and I would consider wearing it out too, but it just really doesn't have a lot of support for me. And here's the back, just 2 little straps. not the twisty like the Allure tank. In terms of sizing, I would go with your normal sports bra size or even consider a size down. I could probably do a size down just for a little extra compression. Next is the Ultrasoft Pinnacle crop. So cropped length has this little notch down the center, and I find all of the Ultrasoft stuff to be pretty true to size because it is very stretchy. This one is just brushed on the outside and not the inside. So I'll show you the difference between the inside and outside. So the outside is super brushed and soft, and the inside is just a lightweight kind of sleek material. This one has the logo in the middle of the back. All right, here is the cropped Pinnacle tee. I'm just wearing a regular bra under this. Which my bras hide pretty well under this, but you could wear a sports bra under this one, just definitely not like a racer back because it would show unless like you don't care about it showing. True to size, size down if in between. They're super stretchy. I definitely don't feel like this is like compressing me, but it's not loose. It has like the little cutout detail here, and then the back is pretty plain. Then there's the Ultrasoft square neck tank, just this little tank that I don't feel like the neckline is super square. It has a little ruched detailing down the middle, and from the inside you can see it's just like a little elastic ruching. Okay, so here's this top. I am wearing just like a regular bra under it because I find that sports bras are kind of hard to hide under this. So I haven't personally worn this top to the gym just because, again, my sports bras show under it and it looks a little weird. But with a regular bra under it, it's pretty cropped. It only goes a little bit below my bra. This one I would stick true to size. I already feel like this is nice and snug on me. If you're in between, you can definitely size down in all of the Ultrasoft tops because they're so stretchy. Has a little ruched detailing here, and it's kind of like a scooped square neck. And then the back is just a regular tank detail. So I definitely feel like this one is more lifestyle, but I do like little ruched detailing. For me, this one's not really like a gym top. And the Allure dress is back. So the Allure dress is the Ultrasoft material made into a dress. I actually sized down to an extra small this time because there's really no bra support in it, so I figured sizing down would just like give me a little more compression style support. There's also no space for cup pads, and there's no cup pads in it, so I wish they would add the cup pads to the dress because they added it to the bra. And this one has a little square neckline and twist style open back, and this one's a double thickness material, so it's brushed inside and out. Okay, and here is the Allure dress. I think I do prefer it in this extra small. I'm just getting a little extra compression, and it's so stretchy that honestly like it feels pretty similar. So you can either do true to size or size down, but yeah, it's all double lined, so none of it's going to be sheer, and you get a little bit of support from the double lining, but there's no actual elastic or cup support. You get the square-ish neckline here, adjustable straps in the back, which I think is really helpful because I always have to shorten the straps. The logo honestly kind of disappears because the dress kind of bunches like that for me, which I feel like is cute because it shows more of the cutoff. And then you get the twist detail. In terms of length for me, it's about mid-thigh. And this material is super soft. I don't really know when I would wear dresses like this because it kind of looks fancy, but feels more comfy. Okay, so that's it for everything launching. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you're shopping the launch, you can use code Kathryn to support me. And as always, leave your comments down below. I'll get back to them as much as I can. And yeah, give the video a thumbs up if you made it this far. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!